Hi, and welcome to Celebrity Tarot Reader. We're still following the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and poor Johnny Depp has been sharing story after story of horrific abuse that he suffered not only at the hands of his mother, but at the hands of his wife. I must say allegedly. But we are going to check with tarot and see what Spirit has to say about one particular question that I want to address. Is Johnny Depp a domestic abuse victim? And if you've been watching, you know that there are things that prove and back up Johnny Depp's story that he suffered horrific violence during his marriage with Amber Heard. First, we have, the severing of his fingertip, being burnt. He alleges that she literally put a cigarette out on his face. So I'm not trying to, pick a side or anything like that. I am just going to see what Spirit has to say through the tarot about this question. Is Johnny Depp a domestic abuse victim? And I also want to say that when he gave his testimony about going to the hospital for his severed finger, he said, I did not tell them what happened because I didn't want to get her in trouble. He really sounds like a classic domestic abuse victim, domestic abuse survivor. So let's get into the tarot and just see what Spirit wants to say about this matter. And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Is Johnny Depp a domestic abuse victim at the hands of Amber Heard? Is Johnny Depp a domestic abuse victim at the hands of Amber Heard? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And right here. And we are starting with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. And that shows a lot of fantasy that was going on in this relationship. The King of Cups. That shows me that he truly did love her. We also have a degree of experience and wisdom and maturity here. Those Five of Swords are already speaking about the fights, and the Death card is showing up. The Three of Wands, which I do feel shows that Johnny had to leave this situation, and more Cups showing up. And our Cups are all about emotions, love and emotions and relationships. And we see here that, we started with the Seven of Cups, that Johnny had a lot of hope and faith and just almost a fantasy daydreaming image about what this relationship would be. And he absolutely gave his heart and his soul as the King of Cups. But this Five of Cups is showing us the sadness. And a lot of the cards that come in for Johnny do depict men with brown hair, brown eyes, completely overburdened, completely saddened. This Hierophant card is speaking about traditional organization, society rules, and marriage, okay? That Chariot is showing, and always the Major Arcana comes in for him. That Chariot is here showing that he was being pulled in all different directions. Another King for Johnny. This is very, if you check yesterday's reading on the overall energy, the first part of the video is Amber Heard's energy. The second part of the video was the energy, overall energy of the relationship, and it did show a lot of toxic behavior, and it showed that they both pretty much had to leave for healing. But here we are seeing specifically Johnny Depp had to leave the situation for healing. Same pattern that showed up yesterday. It was the Six of Swords followed by the Sun, and that depicted that he had to leave for healing. Oh my goodness. And Judgment. So he can really be reborn again. And here we have the Major and the Moon. And I am just flabbergasted by how many major arcanas show up for Johnny's readings. But I do want to point out this major arcana specifically that showed up very early in the reading. Is he the victim of domestic abuse? Okay. He had that love, and he truly, truly loved Amber. And I do believe that Amber's feelings towards him were genuine based on what tarot has shown. Things went drastically wrong. Drastically wrong. So here we have that conflict. And I do want you to see this, okay? Again, we always get these cards that look similar to Johnny. But what I want you to notice in this card that shows, I want to go back in order. So you see, we have the King of Cups, right? And that is that love. This is Johnny Depp as the king offering that cup of love to Amber. And I want you to see in the background of this picture the bloodied man who's been pierced with a sword lying on the ground, and the woman over here who's weeping over him. So, yes, this is spirit saying, this man has been slain. This is vicious. And then we have death. And I like to view all of my tarot cards inherently as positive cards, and it's the order of the spread that determines if they're positive or negative. So by itself, a death card does not mean somebody's going to die or something like that. It means transformation and change. But when I see a card like this, the Five of Swords with the man bloodied on the ground, and there's even like drops of blood. I don't know if you can see it. There's even like drops of blood on his sword, followed by the death card. Okay? That's kind of self-explanatory. And that was the first major arcana card to show up in this reading. Is Johnny Depp a domestic abuse victim? What have I done? And 2 5s. The Five of Swords. Oh, the 2 5s were actually in the same order on the deck. The Five of Swords was right here, actually followed by the Five of Cups. So we're seeing a numerology pattern in this spread as well. And this 5 is a very important card, because if you can see, there are 3 cups in the front that are spilled over. There's 1, 2, and 3. And in the back, right here, there are 2 cups that are still standing. And what this means is there is a man who has gone through a significant loss in his love, in his relationships. 3 major things are gone. 2 are left standing, but he's so broken, he can't even focus on the things that remain. Now, numerology can be tricky in tarot. It's not always symbolic. But when I have the 5s lining up, I do feel the 5s are symbolic. I feel that the 2 cups still standing behind Johnny are his children. I feel that is what that represents. Again, I wanted to show the majors. We started with that death card, the Hierophant card, which was completely shattered in these 2 5s. The marriage, needing to leave, but the Chariot, another major, meaning movement, moving forward. And he is the king. Johnny always shows up as a king. Check this out. King of Cups, and now the King of Pentacles, suing for his money, suing for his justice. And look at where the King of Pentacles lined up. King of Pentacles, going to court to get your money, and the Judgment. Now, judgment can be rebirth, reawakening, but yes, it's a judgment in a court of law. So Spirit is absolutely all over this spread in many, many ways. It's very multi-layered. So we have our Chariot. He's moving forward. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords, which is showing up in the same spread as yesterday. Let me move that moon. Our healing cards right here. So the good news for Johnny as a victim of abuse, okay, is he is on a journey to healing, and he is healing. And for those who are very, it's traumatic, and I have to admit, it's triggering. If you are a domestic abuse victim and you're watching this trial and listening to what Johnny Depp is saying, it is triggering. It is very, very triggering. Again, anytime I try and get a read on who's going to win this, I get the moon. Judgment decision has not been made yet. Okay? I don't even know if I should continue. Oh, I will continue, and check this out. I am just going to keep that here because it's actually just like some extra cards I'm pulling. The Page of Cups. And this keeps showing up too for Johnny. And what I like is he went into this with Amber as the King of Cups, right? But now he's coming out of this as the Page of Cups. And this Page of Cups, he's new. He's ready for new beginnings. But you know what? He still has his goodwill, his good nature, his heart of love, and his belief in love. Whatever he went through will not destroy him. And it won't destroy his pure heart, his charitable heart. In my reading, is Johnny Depp a fraud? Or is he a man of integrity? He is absolutely a man of integrity. He's not a fraud. He's not up on this stand lying through his teeth. He isn't, according to the tarot. And not only is he, this just says it all. I'm sorry. I just got to point this out again. When you're asking, is somebody a domestic abuse victim? And this is what shows up with that body on the ground, like you've been murdered, combined with the death card. That's some serious, serious stuff, And it's enough to take anybody out, but it's not going to take him out. Does he win the settlement? King of Pentacles in court. Judgment. Does he win it? Spirit won't say. Why Spirit is saying this is unknown. It's a mystery. Will he win this? I don't know why it's a mystery. Maybe the judge hasn't decided. Maybe Amber hasn't testified. I don't know. Maybe something gets worked out in a different way. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know much about how these types of cases work. I don't know if it's too late for lawyers to get together and work out something, even after all the testimony's done. All I know is it's a mystery and nobody knows for sure, and Spirit isn't saying. I'm sure Spirit knows for sure, but Spirit is not revealing it. So we will see if we get some, as this case moves on, if we get something besides the moon. The two cards in the deck that basically mean it's a mystery, you're not going to know. Major Arcana cards that say that are the moon and the High Priestess. So anyways, just know that he is on his healing journey, healing paths. And this Judgment card, again, if you go this way, we're looking at the King of Pentacles, the lawsuit, all about money, the Judgment. But when you go this way, you have your Six of Swords of healing, your Sun, which is healing and radiance and growing and coming back to life. And, right, coming back to life. So when you go this way, look at what my Judgment card means. This is the Archangel Gabriel calling the dead up out of their graves. Okay, it's that verse in Revelation, and they hear the sound of the trumpet, or maybe it's Matthew. They hear the sound of the trumpet, and the bodies raise up. Right, they're resurrected. I also want to point this out. Here we have the man who's been stabbed and is dead. Oh my gosh! And his horse is like crying over him. Never really noticed that part before. But now here we have that final judgment where the dead are being brought back to life. So this spread, is he a domestic abuse victim? To me, it says yes. And to me, it says not only is he on a healing journey, he is going to rise up from the ashes. And again, I love that Page of Cups shows up. He's not going to be in that same position as the King of Cups where he was before with Amber. But he is definitely reclaiming his life, reclaiming his innocence, reclaiming his pure heart. And, more power to you, Johnny. You're in my prayers. And I hope that somehow this whole process will be very healing for him, and that he will be able to move forward, not only with his career, but with his life. And once and for all, really get some healing that will help him deal with the abuse from his childhood. And I have to say this too. One thing that he had said in court was he confided in Amber all of his pain and the abuse, and he said she turned around and used it against him as a weapon. When they would argue, she would bring up all these things that he had told her. And this is a man who needs somebody that he can share these things with in confidence, that is not going to turn around and use it against him as a weapon. So I do pray for him that he will find somebody in his path, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's a therapist, that can really help him just be a sounding board, because as he showed up yesterday, in yesterday's reading, it was a 10 of Wands, and it was this man who is just completely broken and burdened. And I don't know if you remember, but Amber came in as this woman holding this lion. And even the way the cards were positioned, he was facing the left, burden, and she was coming in at the right leg on the attack, attacking him on the back, putting more burdens on his back. You can see that video. It was under the energy of their relationship, under energy tarot reading. So again, I really hope that this helps him lift some of those burdens off his back. He has many fans who are here supporting him, and maybe for once he can truly feel some love and acceptance from the public, and not in a way like, Johnny, we know you have problems, we're going to cancel you. But, we embrace you, and we love you, and we support you. And again, I will still do Amber, because I don't want to, just support Johnny 100% and not give Amber fair readings. But, it is what it is. This is what the tarot said. And this was not mincing around. Not at all. That is not mincing around whatsoever. So, it is what it is. And we will continue with more, and we will see how this court case ends. And I just want to thank everybody for watching my videos. If you will like, support, subscribe, and share, it will mean everything to me. And God bless you, and read the tarot.